Hello, hello, hello. A jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin, everybody. It's our time. Yes, I did steal that from Ninjago. Actually, I didn't steal it. It's a reference. You see, there is a very legally important distinction. Oh, but yeah, no, I am doing pretty good today. I've been making a lot of progress on this adventure that I'm writing. It's not one that I've really shown off on stream. It's like it's a part of the setting that we're writing for every other Thursday. But it's not like you wouldn't download I hate to break it to you, but I love downloading clowns. It's my favorite activity. Hmm. You wouldn't download a clown. I love that those advertisements just made piracy look cool, and so more people did it. Like more people found out how to do it and then did it because they were like, "Wow, I can be cool. I can be cool by doing this. Wow, you wouldn't download a clown." Mm. Yeah, no, how's it going? I saw you playing Cyberpunk. Thanks to Discord for spoiling that, and also Steam for spoiling that. How is it? While I haven't played it, I've experienced a fair bit of the game through friends, and so I know a fair bit about it. They like playing it. I like watching it. I like playing the tabletop game. I love Cyberpunk Red. Very good. How's your experience? I saw that you kept trying to open it, which means I assume there was some trouble loading. You know, speaking of tabletop game, did you see in tabletop chat? Uh, there's quick start rules for a Discworld TTRPG. The actual like proper rule book doesn't seem to be out yet, right? The rule book is unreleased. There is like the quick start, which I need to actually download to look into, but it looks interesting. And if I can avoid playing GURPS as much as possible, I will. GURPS is not my favorite setting agnostic game system. I kind of prefer Powered by the Apocalypse a little bit. Haven't played in a while, so I forgot I don't miss it to the point of it just crashed. Man, it takes a lot of RAM. Give me your RAM. It is mine. Give it to me. All right, and then bam, Outer Wilds music. It takes a little bit to actually like load in, but once it does, absolute cinema. Man, like I am so excited to check out that Discworld RPG. I'm considering like reading through that and going, hey, like this is to me to my friends. Hey, you want to play the Discworld RPG? I could do a one shot of it, and then see how that's going. Because right now not this Saturday, because I have plans this Saturday, unless I don't, and then I don't, but I think I do. But like on a Saturday when I'm normally free, I could go, hey, check this shit out. Do you want to play? Which, you know, it seems pretty cool. But you know, we're gonna be talking about a different kind of game today. A very different kind of game. Oh, it's black. Oh, there we go. Clown game. He's staring at you so sweetly. He has a very sweet expression. It's like sweet, but he wants to get you. Oh boy. I really like what I've done with this character so far. If, if y'all have seen in the Discord, I know you have, Gremlin. Because you commented on it. We were on Multiplayer Monday when I posted these. I did this with some friends in Magma, and so I realized that I realized the problems that my character design was having, and I feel like I fixed them. There's a storm, so I'm having internet problems. Oh, same. Daps you up. Daps you up. A honking noise plays when that happens. My internet cut out a bunch last night. Also, I put it in the serious topics thing. Flood warning. I love flood warnings. They're my favorite. Yay! I love flood warnings. I will be safe when the flood hits, but it is still concerning. Some of our most fertile land will be completely underwater once like the ice caps melt and everything floods. And like our largest population center, and Chubba's just like, I love oil. I fucking love oil. I love drinking my oil. Yummy, yummy. You're not gonna get green energy. Even though, like, I don't know, our state is doing stuff with green energy still, which is good. Is this the right one? Let's go with you. I have an idea. Imagine, if you will, a big and large eel. Wow, you really are having problems. That's the wrong brush, though. I want pencil -4 soft. A default brush, but a good one. Copy. Paste. Bam. And I get to move you. Exquisite. I'll be in. I've been writing for an adventure. It's in the setting of Faden, but it's not necessarily part of what we're writing for right now. Like when live. It's you know it's. I think I've talked about it before though. It's my Goblins of the Moor, thing. Stylized as Goblins of the Moor. Yeah, as it were. It's coming along pretty decently. I'm working on random encounter tables right now, mainly, and I've done a sort of hazard level table, which is like just a D4. It goes from friendly to on-site. As of now, that's what it's called. Like it goes friendly, neutral, hostile, on-site. And I have a 2d6 table for like the prairie, you know, the grassland. You know, a funny grassland table. And I need to do 3 more random tables, I think. Because I need, oh, what was it? Sorry, my brain's a little bit foggy. I have that classic ADHD brain fog. Plus, like, my brain's been foggy ever since I got COVID, like, 5 years ago. It's been rough, dude. That keeps being too small. Uh, right now I'm doing a drawing of one of my funny little guys. I don't know how else to have them be described. They're my funny little guys. The big fucking eyebrows. I think I'm gonna adjust the eye to fit more with like this style, maybe. Big fucking eyebrows. But yeah, no, I need one for like a swamp, you know, the marshland, the bog, what have you. Those do have distinct definitions, and I forget what they are off rip, just like off the dome. So it's one of those. Then there's like woods. Like I need a woods table and I need a hills table. And the beauty of those is once they're done for this adventure, I'll be able to just reuse them for the rest of the setting and just be like, hey, here's this. Oogly boogly boo. But like with some adjustment, because there's gonna be different tables for each thing based on like difficulty level. And these difficulty levels are sort of based on like vague CR chart. Like there's this chart that I saw in, I believe it's the DMG. It could be it could be the player's handbook. But it's one I saw where it's like talking about encounter difficulty of like easy, medium, hard, and lethal. And they're sort of based on that. And because I'm leaving stuff very open-ended to give the how do I put this? I'm giving guidance, but I'm not giving just roll for 2d6 wolves. I'm like, I want to give people like more freedom for interpretation and on-the-fly creativity with the tables. And so there will also be depending on the biome, there will be biome specific like for instance, in the prairie thing, there is a thing that just says monsters, and there will be in the monsters section underneath it, there will be a another table of monsters, and that one will just be a 1 die table, so that like there's like much more randomness, because different dice and like numbers and everything create different bell curves. Now we're getting into math. Now we're getting into the mathematics of it all. I'm trying to do the hands cause I got an idea. Da 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 da. And then there's like a little bit of a point there because it's kind of funny. And almost like a turtleneck sort of thing, maybe, to sort of be like, hey, there we go. Look, I'm inside. Look, it's the. Guys, look, it's the friend inside me. Friend inside me. Bra da 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 da, bra da 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 da. Ra da 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 da, da 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 da. Friend inside me, friend inside me, da 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 da. Oh, yeah, no, like I'm trying to figure out how to you leave it a little open-ended because it is obviously like I am writing it to be in the setting that I'm working on, you know, the lovely county of Faden. But also I want to leave it open-ended enough to allow people to just put it into their own shit or like feel like they can expand off of it without feeling like they're getting anything wrong. Like for instance, the setting takes place like not the setting, the adventure I want to take place in Krauberg. Uh, but like I'm not really putting a lot of stuff about Krauberg necessarily. I've just sort of stated that like uh you know the game takes place you know the adventure takes place in a section called the Marches. That is uh, uh a place near the war front. And often you'll often see like the people you see the most of are like refugees, bandits, and soldiers, right? And I'm sort of left it at that. Maybe I'll give like visual examples of what maybe those will look like, right? Like the soldiers. I got a brilliant idea. When in doubt, just add buttons. I love buttons. I hear my cat yelling at me. Da 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 da. My ass is fat, my pussy's popping. I need to add another layer just for tooth reference. Copy layer. Like it doesn't need to be accurate. I just want to get it looking good, you know? Is looking pretty good. That's right. Fully operational. Ah, Da 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 da. Adding like a patch here could be fun. It really ham up the fact that this is a costume. Da 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 da. These fuckers are actually pretty big. Oh boy. Look at this lad right here. I don't necessarily need to go into super detail like that, but and then a second one right here. Oh fuck yeah. I was like, why doesn't it look like the guys I did before, the funnies? The answer is because, well, even then, that doesn't really look like it. That's why. The mouth. I fucking love these guys. Oh god, look at look at this dude. Look at him. The main character doesn't have a mouth, but these dudes do because it's funny. I think these guys, what I think I want them to be are sort of like hazards, like little hazard guys. Da 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 da. Right, like you know, you're swimming, and then suddenly, like, from out of a hole that's uh like kind of obvious, like, oh, something's gonna come out of there, but you don't exactly know what. Then you see like this fucker come out and snap at you. That seems really cool. I'm trying to mix in like simplicity and complexity. Like I want it to be simple enough that I can animate it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm a novice animator at best. But by the time that I'm done with this, I can say that I am a novice animator at not best. I want to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I've put in a fair bit of work into animating." I'm adding in some line art. The line art is gonna be like the color of the line art is gonna change. I think it's not gonna be just like black line art, right? Like I'm probably gonna change that line art now that I look at it. I want to add some like actual like cell shading. Also, yes, the big eyebrows are mandatory. Cause like look at them, like obviously they're absolutely mandatory. I feel like the character designs might actually be slightly inspired by like Vault Boy a little bit because I've been watching a friend play Fallout 4 a fair bit. Because it turns out there's some actually pretty interesting stuff when it comes to the vanilla game. That's right, I'm watching a vanilla playthrough of Fallout 4, and it is good. And whenever I eventually play that game, uh, like on stream, or I you know play it with Clockwork Stephanie, who is the person I am speaking of. Uh, like it will also be vanilla, because, yeah. I love these big chunky threads. And then he just erase the middle and then you know with the adventure that I'm writing, you know, the one that I was talking about. Uh uh I I'm planning on having the encounter tables just be like 2d6, you know, too uh not too complicated. Right? The other stuff like the secondary tables and the hazard table, like that stuff is more than enough, I think. Right? It's like, okay, you rolled monster. Which one? Roll, I don't know, d12? Like I don't know what number it's gonna be at yet because I haven't really done that table. Also, like I added the mysterious rock entry like initially as a joke, and I realized, wait a minute, no, I could do a story thing with this. I could do a cool story thing with this. I'm keeping it, and so yeah, I'm keeping the mysterious rock. Oh, another thing to help add like uh uh extra like functionality to it just being a 2d6 table at the end of the day is that there's also a roll 2 option where like you get that and then you roll 2 of the entries. So like let's say you roll monsters and loot or you roll mysterious rock and travelers. And then you roll like what kind of traveler are they? Which are also the vague and open to DM stuff. And then what sort of like hostility level is this? Actually, you roll that first, but the hostility level is like, oh, you know, there's it how beneficial is it to the party off the rip, or how hostile is it? And that's a whole other bit of that. And I feel like doing that might. I'll need to play test this. This is all pre play tested. But like these are just ideas that I'm having. Uh, but yeah, no, like you know, I feel like doing that might stretch out the replayability. That's another thing. I want to make sure that there's some replayability with what I write, where it's like, yeah, here's like it's the same setting, it's the same like story. The story does matter, right? Like all that, but also the stuff is a little bit different this time around. As like I'm thinking with the mysterious rock, that like it's able to move around, so every time that somebody rolls mysterious rock when traveling, like that's the same rock. It's just there again. Oh my god, I love him. Ah, there he is. And if I do like this, oh god, this guy is awesome. Yeah, that's a really good sign that you have a strong design, like at least a basic design for something. Is when you're like, oh fuck yeah. And right now I'm going, ah, oh, fuck yeah. Right now, like we're not doing any actual like assets. By the way, for anybody watching, right now we're not doing any like actual assets. We're not doing animations. We're not doing any of that. We're getting down into what are the actual like final designs, or as final as concept art can be, because the final design is the one that's on you know in the final product. But like you know, what is it that I'm trying to go for is really what we're trying to like completely finalize with this sort of all this. Technically, this was my warm-up too, so maybe it's not at necessarily the best level. But it's the main character. I'll be drawing him a lot more. And even then, like I said, I want to add a character creation thing, and so maybe I'll design like things for that too. But I want to get the basics of everything down first. I need to redo this hand. This hand is good. I have to redo this hand. Me when I'm about to get you. Hopefully I'll be able to spend time with my friends today because I wanna show them this. Oh, this is fucking awesome. I'm not gonna say this is like the best thing I've ever done. Man, it's one of the things that I'm the most happy with. Alright, there we go. Okay, so the fin is actually pretty smooth and a bit more round. Oh, should I add this guy, like this little guy face to the urchins, or should the urchins be something different? This needs to be a little bit more frayed, I think. There we go. Of course, he's big, chunky. And then there's Chunky. He's dead. DK. Chunky's dead. There you go. Like, sort of what's interesting is with the Goblins of the Moor, I've like designed the first quest, but I don't think I've done the main story yet. Like, I don't think I've actually properly designed that. And I want to, and I think I want it to involve the mysterious rock somehow. You know, as sort of a play on that obelisk. You know, the Fandelver and below, like the ominous obelisk. I was like, the mysterious rock. I've kind of stopped paying attention to a lot of like the adventures that WotC has like properly released because they're for an edition I don't play anymore. I play 5e, not 5.5, which by the way, I'm glad they actually officially are just like, yeah, this is 5.5. Finally there's an actual edition number. Will I play it? No. There's some good ideas from it. right? Like weapon mastery is pretty cool, I think. But like overall, I'm not gonna actually like sit down and play the edition. And I guess that's partially why I'm writing that adventure for like 5e is because it's an edition I actually play. I know how to run it. If I really want to, I can and probably will do a conversion for 5.5 and see how that does. Like there's some stuff that I might have to add in like as rules that I don't have to do for 5e, or like, you know, just changes to things to get the feeling that I want from it, cuz it is a different edition. It has a different feeling to it. But you know, I also want to do different like translated versions, but like, you know, I have to you know, I have to actually release a 5e English version of it out there before I can actually go, hey, I want to do a 5.5 edition version, or like, hey, I want to do I want to have a Spanish version and a Russian version and a Vietnamese version, or like what have you. Those are just the most spoken languages where I live, so that's why I just said, oh, yeah, these versions. And maybe expand from there. There are plenty of Farsi speakers outside of Iran, right? That might also be a good language to translate into. I don't know. There are a bunch of languages. That's why I'm like, oh, maybe this language or this language. And those are the types of things that you have to think about when making a product. Is what languages you want it to be in. And again, I have to have it be in English and released first before it can be translated. Because I also will need to pay a translator a fair and proper wage for translating. Which means I'm gonna need to have money to do that. Oh, translator, I want trans now! Oh, this is actually a, I forget where I learned that to do this with like erasing the middle. Like that, but I learned it from somewhere. I truly did. Probably a YouTuber. I am so fucking enthused by this little guy. Holy fuck. There we go. All right, now I have the proper colors. Or at least some of them. I'm gonna add more. Because why not? Why, after all, why not? Why shouldn't I color it? I'm just gonna have it be like, hold on, let me actually, there we go. At this point, I have a set of like brush sizes where I've sort of picked them out based on them being divisible or roughly divisible by a certain number. And then like they're also the easiest to deal with in terms of line weight, at least for me. And so that's why they're not necessarily divisions of 10 for all you people who are upset about that, and I apologize. I get it. But still, like, I have a particular system of doing things, and sometimes, sometimes somebody's just like 1% more autistic than you, and it doesn't make you go crazy. Doesn't make you go fucking cuckoo bananas. Also, on top of, by the way, on top of this and like on top of the raw colors, there will be like a lighting filter over everything, so it would look different based on where they are. That is something I know I want to add. God, bro, badass. Now I can alpha lock that, and then I can just go wop, 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 wop. Wop, wop, wop. I can tell my stylus changed a little bit by you know, fucking around with magma a little bit. Like that feels like a thing that would have happened to me. Have this also be that, I think, maybe? Hmm. Yeah, that looks good to me. What do you two think? The fandom for like 20 million years. Oh my god! Yeah! It's me. I'm fans. You, you think I don't know? I live in a glass house. The Deltarune fandom. Do you think I'm not one of them? Not but like, Undertale, Deltarune, what have you. The fandoms are a Venn diagram, and I'm in the middle. But actually, believe it or not a circle. Not every Undertale fan likes Deltarune, and vice versa. There are actually a lot of Deltarune fans that go back to look at Undertale and go, wow, this sucks ass, because it kind of sucks ass. I'm sorry, I love Undertale to bits. I wouldn't be who I am today without Undertale being a thing. It kind of sucks ass. Also a pretty good color. Helps add a bit of contrast. And then you, how are you as a color there? Would actually have you be like a much more mellow purple. Like a slightly more lavender-ish sort of deal. I could add like a bunch of different colors for the threads, but I think it would actually be better for me in the long run if I just made at least most of them the same. You know, I definitely think that playing around in Magma has shaped my art style a little bit. It's helped me regain my ability to do like a very stylized, like simple style. And that is practice that, as you can see, is very useful. Oh god, it would be so fun to be like, oh, there's a hole there, I need to be careful. And then these guys snap out, but still are plenty telegraphed. That's something I want to specify, is that I think they should be telegraphed. Like, do proper, like. But what if it was just the same color? What would that look like? Bam. Ah, you know what? Sure. You're gonna be the cyan now. Bam. Hold on, let me... This is to help with seeing value. Not color dodge. Not color dodge. Color. There we go. To show value. And this is obviously not, like, done yet. Having distinctive designs and good use of different values is a very good way to help like colorblind people, which I want to have this be as accessible of a game as possible, and in exchange that also means I have to get better at art. Also, if you have good like control of your like value, you know, like light and dark, then you actually don't really need a specific color palette to get your point across. Like, color palettes help with mood, and sometimes that can help with everything. Let me see. Look at my boy. Look at my lad. Look at it. What if I added... Okay, that looks a bit too much like Sans, but this looks good. I'm Sans Undertale. Look at my eye. Bro, you're gonna have a bad time. There we go. And like the control of value on this is actually also pretty good. Like it's pretty simple. This is also pretty simple. I might add like a shading layer to these. The painterly stuff really comes from like the effects and the background, I think. Because these guys have to be animated. And I'm the only one doing any of this. Don't mind me stretching, I am a tired boy. God, I fucking love this guy. Look at him. I could either keep the eyes, right? Or bear with me here. Bear with you. Gotta bear with me. Kind of round the edges a little bit to be like, oh yeah, yeah, you know, this could feasibly be a costume. Dudes, this is fucking awesome. Look at him. Look at my son. Look at my boy. Look at my Babbitt voice. You can definitely tell the tone I want to set for this game. Oh, fuck yeah. The benefits of doing designs like this and then having different sprites is I can copy and paste the shit later on. I don't have to redraw like every single fucking one. That's gonna be amazing. Oh my god. There he is. There's my boy. This feels like the equivalent, you know, like like the kind of play that you'd see that people perform at like a middle school, like a middle school play. You know, the ones that are like absolutely ass, and it's not like really anybody's fault. where like a kid has to play like a tree. This feels like that. This person got the short end of the stick. He's an urchin. He's a fucking sea urchin. Oh, I don't know. It looks like he's really enjoying it. I love being a sea urchin. I'll probably go more in depth like later on like different models of sea urchin, probably once I'm actually doing assets and being like, hey, look at the here these are wrong layer. I have a layer for this. The white boy about to say I have a meme for this. I was like, I don't. I can find one. I can find a good meme for this. Hey, hey, hey. I'm Krusty. God, look at my son. Look at my son. My boy. Like Denethor. My boy. Look at my boy. That scene was fucking tragic, by the way. I know I made a joke about it, but like that the fucking sad moment. Fucking tragic, dude. In Lord of the Rings. Like, yeah, I'd probably be in the same situation as him if my son died. My son that I loved. Unfortunately, he didn't really love his other son. The difference is truly very slight, but I notice it. And if I notice it, then somebody else might notice it. And if somebody else notices it and brings it up to me, I might be very sad. And so, I fixed it. Let me drink some water. My eyes are funny. There's a certain level of difference where it's like, it's just a fun quirk, and then there's one where it's like, Let me fix this one. That truly is slight, but it feels good. Oh my god, look at him. Look at my son. Okay, if I do that, and then this, it looks kind of, at least kind of, like it's attached. Hey, fucking squeeze it, lad. I'm adding. I think I might want to add like actual eyes to this, just because like I don't know, it feels a little weird to not have them. There we go. Completely different energy. Bigger people. That's not the color I picked. I picked this one. I was looking into stuff like Drive-Thru RPG and DM's Guild, you know, just because that's where I think I want to sell my shit. And I don't know, it seems pretty promising. Uh, there's some stuff going on with DM's Guild with like WotC being WotC. For those who don't know, WotC is Wizards of the Coast. And so, you know, because it seems like they want to have sort of a closed garden ecosystem, and it's like, well, then I'm not gonna buy any of your stuff because I'm not in the garden. And so, yeah, DM's Guild seems to be going a little bit rocky. right now. Like it seems fine, but I sort of a general downtick more than a sudden like crash, you know. Hopefully that gets fixed. Drive Thru RPG, which is by the same people, by the way, seems to be doing just fine. Like, I would love to be able to post the adventure to both. Although I think because DM's Guild is like subgroup of Drive Thru RPG that like might, if I post it, my stuff might show up on. Didn't mean to go back to that. Might show up on like Drive Thru RPG. I'll double check on that. That's something that I need to check up on. Also, I was wondering why there was so much support for Roll20. I figured it out. It's because Roll20 is owned by the Drive Thru RPG people. It's the same company, and so like they have the money from the RPG releases. They could just say, people can just say, "Hey, I'm releasing stuff that's compatible with Roll20 on there," and then it's just compatible. It's like a whole like ecosystem in there. And so if I have the money to buy books and stuff from like Drive Thru RPG and DM's Guild, then I am supporting Roll20. And if I'm supporting Roll20, then I'm also supporting the maintenance of like Drive Thru RPG and DM's Guild and the stuff that they're a part of, but I didn't mention. Like there's like a storyteller thing. We got storytellers whatever. And I think that might be World of Darkness specific. I need to go look real quick actually. Yeah, Storyteller's Vault. All right, Storyteller's Vault. I am human. Yeah, Storyteller's Vault is like World of Darkness specific. Like a lot of people who create third-party World of Darkness content go to Storyteller's Vault. I probably want to check that out. There's also like Chronicles of Darkness stuff, which is pretty cool. I'll probably check that out sometime. It's not like there's not World of Darkness stuff on Drive Thru RPG. Again, it's all like one ecosystem. But that's just pretty cool. It's pretty cool and sick and awesome, really. Sometimes on Drive Thru RPG, I browse like the current bestsellers, and one of them was like a fat for like kink RPG, and I think that's really funny that it's the like one of the best sellers at the moment. I think what's actually funny about it is the reviews are good. Like they have a very niche community that they're catering towards, and it seems like the community overall enjoys that content, and who am I to judge? my friends and I got our hands on this book called Kinks and Cantrips, that reminds me, and we have not really used much of it, so I feel like it's a little bit underwhelming. But, like, I don't know, it's... If that's your thing, then, you know, maybe check that out. I think it's on DM's Guild or something. Oh god, look at my son. Look at him. I am so proud of my son. Yeah. Like talking like that reminds me. I had this friend back in like early high school. That was like sort of my main friend. Like she was my sort of main friend at the time, and so she's definitely like her way of speaking has definitely influenced the way I speak a lot. Like I did have other friends, obviously, but like you know, main friend. Bigger pupil, there we go. And like she was like much bigger on Tumblr than I was at the time. Like I don't think I had Tumblr at the time. I would only get it like later. Like she was a real Tumblrite, and so that definitely shaped how I speak a little bit. Some of the jokes that I particularly enjoy. I wonder how she's doing. Another benefit of doing it like this, you know, all the small guys that I'm gonna need in the background, I can just simplify that shit. I don't need to add the stitches to smaller versions of it. Like, there will be times where I need a small version that I can't just copy paste. Don't mind my drinking water noises, by the way. That is drinking water noise. I would rather I drink water versus I not drink water, so I'm gonna keep doing that. With the adventure, I keep trying to talk about the adventure, and then I talk about only a little bit of it, and then I get sidetracked, and then you know how it is. You know how it is at this point. Where was I with the adventure? Oh yeah, I don't exactly have like a main story right now I have the first quest and I want to write that properly first. Because it's like a little foray into adventure. If I really need to, I might expand the map, like make a new version that's bigger. But like right now I'm trying to maintain as small a hexcrawl map as possible while still adding in enough content to keep people satisfied and allow them to expand it themselves. You know, go like, all right, here's the map that I have for the game that's already there. Now I want to have my own shit. And then they get to do that because that's fucking awesome. I love doing that. I want people to do that. That's cool. Also, I think art style wise, because I will be doing art assets for it, obviously, because that's kind of mandatory at this point. I want to sort of emulate that older D&D, like black and white, sort of OSR style, art style. And like on the, like, I want to do like a fun, bit of cover art that looks like those old adventures. I think that'd be fucking sweet. Oh, fucking sweet, Lois. Oh my god. Spine. Get. Spine. Get. Get. And, I've sort of realized, it's gonna be as long as as it is. It's gonna be as long as it's gonna end up being. I don't have control over how. Well, I do, but I don't really have control over how much or how little content there actually is. I might end up being beefy. I don't know. Might end up being beefy. Might end up being like just a few pages. I don't know how it's gonna actually be. Because I don't plan on it being like a full big campaign book. Of course, I'm gonna, play test it and see, like, go through, play it, to see how things go, sort of, check where, like, what level the party ends up on, or, like what level they beat the game on, and then, sort of, uh, uh, uh forgetting words, uh, balance, balance it around that. Look at my son, 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 look at him, look how good he is my boy, look at him. Oh man. And like the first quest I want to have is like, oh no, the blacksmith's daughter is kidnapped. Oh no, you need to rescue her before they perform a failed ritual. Oh no, you're sort of Matt Colville MCDM style, like basic ass adventure beginning, and then sort of move it from there. Would they actually summon like a fell deity or like a demon? I don't know. It's interesting if they do, And even if they don't, you still don't want her to die, do ya? I'm definitely thinking now I should probably expand the map a bit to give more space for people to have the random encounters that I've been putting so much time into. And by so much time, I mean so far I've put about a few days into it. I can see myself putting a fair bit more time into it before I feel like it's ready. Mm. There's a system in Rhyme of the Frost Maiden that I rather like that I want to add in, where it's like random rumors that sort of go, "Hey, here's a thing here," or "Oh, there's something suspicious here," and like not all of them have to be real, but like most of them do. Also, the goal is something I've learned about psychology. Uh, if you want to promote a behavior or a gameplay loop, you need to reward it, but only really sometimes. Because, like, if you know you're going to get the good shit, your brain stops being super excited to do it. It's that, like, small level of uncertainty where, you know, the real, like, the real, incentive is like, oh, what if it's good? Oh, but what if, and that's what a lot of like gotcha games and like gambling shit and like season pass, that's what they do. But like we can use that to our advantage of like I don't want to have stuff where people get nothing because that's fucking stupid. But you know, it's like we did all that and we got I survived the tomb of annihilation, and all I got was this crappy shirt. I'm actually gonna get rid of this tiny one right here, because I feel like that would not have very much. Be gone with you. Would not have like very much visibility. And then now I get to color pick this color now. I love this color. Purple urchins are actually very pretty. It's unfortunate that they suck. Wrong layer, oh, oh, wrong layer, wrong layer. Also, I think these needles, like in their animations, like move and shake around. Cause yeah, I think that's cool. I think if you die to them, they look at you shocked and then laugh as you fade back into like a new try. Like I think that could be funny. I think with like the obstacles, like I want to have that chase sequence where there's a bunch of urchins. I don't think all of them necessarily have to have the faces. Well, no, I kind of want I want all of them to have the faces. You know, and I want them to have that. Maybe like the background ones. I get to fade out and not have the face and not have, or at least have like simple animations that are all on like a single loop. You know, that could be interesting. Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. I say good morning to you. I need to redo that boo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Oh, da 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 da. Oh God, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Okay, that's good enough. What if? And I don't necessarily need to keep an overall small color palette. I just need stuff to be cohesive. And part of that will come with the effects. But a big part of that is the art style, and so that is what I am trying. Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. I said good morning to you. Oh, but also if I have ones where their back is turned, I'd get to show like a big funny zipper. Like that's sort of the problem with the guy. Like, it's already so funny. I want to do a thing, and then yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna try something. You know, you want to know that sound you were looking for? Well, listen to this. Heh. A little bit too high detailed, so I am just going to fuck with this. You know, that felt cute. Might smooth it later, might not. There we go. And you can just be shaded. I think you can also just be shaded. You cannot just be shaded. You have to have... Yes. I can probably darken you down here, this whole section. Just to show, like, yeah, this is underneath. Imagine if I did a whole fucking, like, UV map for these sprites. That would suck. That would suck. Just to really get that dynamic lighting in there. Like that it would be funny as hell. Like, yeah, look at the dynamic lighting on the sprites that it can do. Yeah, graphics. Then ultimately, like, what purpose does it actually serve, you know? I mean, looking good is a purpose, but I don't know if I could make it fulfill that. Alright, time to double check with this. Alright. That is not looking too bad if I do say so myself, and I do. And I do. We are once again in a war with Iran, and it scares me. There's a natural fear that comes from being drafting age during a war. I mean, I'm a liability. You do not want me, but still, if they do force me to go, I mean, I'll be a liability. That doesn't change that. You know, I might still have to go. My cousin's going into the Navy right now, and I've written I don't know if I have words to describe how bad that makes me feel. I really just man. And basically not a fan. At this given moment in time, not a fan. I'd rather my cousin not die in a war that's fought for pedophilic billionaires and an ethno state that doesn't see us as people either. And, yeah. Turns out I care about my family and I want them to be safe and happy and taken care of and all those sorts of things. Not happy, Bob. Let's see how this looks here, shall we? Alright, alright, alright. That's not bad. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, I like that. Sick. It seems like that storm knocked my... Oh. Oh, I see, I see. Oh, boy. I hope you're okay. These are my boys. These are my two sons. The storm wasn't that bad for me. It was still not great. But it's nothing compared to, I think, not last year, but like there was a storm recently that like knocked out all my shit for a week. And that was not good. Look at him. Look at him. Look at my son. Okay. Oh, we don't have vaccines for it yet, but on the bright side, I can now do this folds of my arm blades like a mantis. Ah, I see, of course, mantis blades. Carry on. Yeah. Carry on. That makes perfect sense. Ah, yes, sea legs. Carry on. Wop, 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 wop. Am I ready for tomorrow, by the way? What's tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? Beware. What should I beware of? Beware! I am the box ghost! I have power over all containers of the cylindrical and square! A bad day to share a name with a salad? Good thing I don't. Uh, uh oh, wait, no, it's the Ides! It's the Ides of March! Right! Yeah, I'll beware. Thanks for the warning. I mean, a good thing I'm not streaming that day, but like, something bad might still happen. Have you ever just made a piece of art that like you're just so fucking proud of? Like I love this guy so much. I love this little guy, look at him. It's the 15th, unlike every other. Oh God, I do a stream on the Ides of March. Okay, I sure hope that the Clown Senate doesn't get me. You could do a funny and edit your mom. Oh, it's true, I could. Oh, that's so true. Oh, you are so right for that, actually. You know what? I think I might just do that. Just add a bunch of knives. Only 23 knife wounds? 28 stab wounds. 23 of them. You know, people say, oh, the last time everybody worked on a group project, but that's not true. Objectively, that's not true. Let's check the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at my children. Aren't they? They sure are special. Oh, let me stretch real quick. Oh, boy. I have been writing a D&D adventure. Which is, a fun fact, writing is actually a fair bit of work. Why did nobody tell me this before I started writing? It's work. Why did nobody warn me? I say that as a bit. I knew it would be work going in, but still, like, why did nobody warn me that it would be work? I can't believe that I'm working, god damn it. I wanted to be unemployed forever. That is actually very not true. That is insanely not true. I mean, if I could afford to not work that, and like need money, like if I didn't need money, I would just work on my funny little projects forever. But unfortunately, we live in an economy. I mean, theoretically, I don't think we actually do live in an economy. I don't know, the money's only flowing upward, so I don't know if it's an actual economy. But... Oh yeah, in the live action? Because it is canon that he's just there. Right? Like, he saw Luffy's, like, near execution. He was at Logtown. And I like that they made it clear that that happened. I'm glad they made him fucking weird too, because he looks weird. Bartolomeo looks weird. I love that guy. He sucks. Luffy! Luffy! And then he burns down, like, people's homes and like, have you heard of it, Luffy? And then Shanks comes in and is like, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Actually, no, people are like, hey, should we go beat his ass? And they're like, well, I guess we have to, and then they do it. But that's not yet in the live action. Oh, look at my children. They grow bountiful. What should I do next as a design? I do wonder. And I wonder. And he prays. I'm akin to a pray. Every single day. In this institution. Thank you, Nightbot. Yes, indeed, you can join the Discord. Either, through the link, !Discord in the chat, or if you're on YouTube, it's just down in the description. Go and check us out. It's very cool in there. Let me see. There is my son. I have an idea. Let me move this down, actually. Suboptimal selection. Redo. Suboptimal. I think these will be more obstacles than anything. They probably like snatch up the player, but they also have like they probably are also gonna have some lead up, some sort of telegraph. That move is telegraphed. That's an important thing too. Is that like you need to tell the like there needs to be a consistent tell for the player in case like you know, in case they die. Unless it's explicitly a rage game, you don't want to kill the player without any like plenty of forewarning. I saw somebody, oh, there's microplastic in everywhere. Ah. I love microplastic in my balls. Yeah, microplastic is this generation's lead. God, that reminds me of what was it? It was like if you could fuck anybody in history, who would it be? And they're like, I would like to fuck my wife. She died, and I'd just like to see her again. And then the person commented something like, I'd also choose this guy's dead wife. I'm Sans the skeleton. I'd also choose this guy's dead wife. Like it's Asgore and Sans. I'd also choose this guy's wife. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. And be careful over there. That sounds like fucking terrible bullshit happening. Behold, terrible bullshit happening from the sky. The local goth girl has spoken. Bring me the country loving farm boy. Oh, let me go. Oh, nice. Daps you up. I mean, what else is there to do in Norway? Actually, a lot. I don't want to say like, oh, there's nothing to do here. It's not Iceland. There's a reason we're the chlamydia capital of the world. Listen, one day I hope that Oregon can can become the greatest place in the world for everything, including chlamydia. That's a bit. That's a bit. Gracie, I hear you yelling. What's it about? You're claiming that the United States is the best at everything? Then why isn't it the best at chlamydia? There we go, and then whoop. Bad line. Redo. I'd imagine that the reason that you're the chlamydia capital of the world is mostly because of a certain portion of the year rather than the entire year. I'm sure there's a part of the year where like you could just go out and do shit and it's awesome and cool and you won't freeze to death if you don't wear like a million layers. I don't know. I'm sure you have some weirdos who'll like go out in your weather in like in like shorts. There's always that. There's always that one fucking weirdo. Just a randomly popular. Yeah, of course, of course. The troll's tongue? Huh, I wonder. You know, some people are saying trolls exist. Then explain that. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, yeah, there's a troll there, and they're fucking it. Oh, what, what was the gobber line from, like, How to Train Your Dragon? Like, trolls exist, they steal your socks, but only the left ones, imagine that. I keep flipping back to the other channel like it's television. You and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Get the look now. They only eat the right. Really? Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, you know, no wonder that one sock went missing. Fun fact, that actually, like, barely ever happens to me. I barely ever lose socks, but I lost a singular sock. What if actually, I have an idea. Bam. You and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Yeah, they're probably upset about the Christianization of the Scandinavian countries. Something about the blood or something. I see. Imagine, if you will, an entire, like, group of countries becomes Christian, and suddenly you have a new food source, I guess. A cha-ching cha-ching. Or maybe they're just upset and that's why they're doing what they're doing on the Discovery Channel. I'd say this still fits with, like, the aesthetic, right? I'm gonna make, like, you know, make this look more like a prop, but still. I like these being, you know, the cool as hell stitch marks, and then, uh, with these big chunky ass, like, stitches. There we go. I just really, really bring it home. Beep 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 beep. Ah, uh, imagine if you will, a Christian trans girl. They happen, and so imagine, imagine if you will, they realize they're trans, and then suddenly a troll cannot smell them anymore. I imagine they can still see. Like, I imagine that like they could still they're not suddenly blind to they're not suddenly blind to Christian women. What would you save a Christian baby from being eaten by a troll for $5 million? God, have you seen those videos? I can't pull one up right now because I don't want to look for them. But like, they're so fucking stupid. Fucking awesome. They suck. And also make sure that I have some patches all throughout just to really, you know, sell that this is a prop. Blindings are an occupational hazard. Ah, you know that at this point they should really wear eye protection. Like, come on. Like at a certain point you have to. Like, remember what happened to Polyphemus? He got blinded by fucking nobody, dude. I was like, the trolls had to have heard about that by now, because that's old. Getting funky now. About troll. Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate. Imagine being tricked into fucking seppuku or whatever. Like, imagine being tricked into killing yourself. I've realized that if I rotate it, this thing's just pogging. I've created a pog creature. That must be rectified. There we go. Oh, well, I guess it's worth it then. I need to learn about like folklore from just everywhere. I had to learn a little bit from uh an old like Danish poem in order to get information on fucking like Sami beliefs about bears, which was very important for a paper. But then other than that, like I don't really know a whole lot. Like most of what I know is because I've learned it through coming across it when researching other things, and I feel like that should probably be rectified. I think I should probably like do a thing where I just sit down and I just go, all right, what fucking stories do people tell about themselves? Oh, it was it was like a medieval poem. It was about like a king. And I wasn't even reading the original. I was reading a translated version with like scholar notations, which honestly took up most of the actual text. Hmm. Like some Danish king. Uh, let me go into my. I have a thing for it in my Google Docs somewhere. Just before the feral hogs. Okay. I think it's this one. Yes. It is Hrolf's Saga Kraka, I think. It's like a saga. But like it was a translated version of a Danish one. Well, I guess, but still, it was like it was. There was also a point where the Danes kind of controlled a lot of just everything around them. A yeah, a semi-legendary king in what is now Denmark. Like I don't know how real it is, as like how it actually happened, but it's in there. Eyes for the memory of the Kalmar Union. Uh, it was probably from around there then, I guess. Uh, uh, hmm. I think it would have been contemporary. Hold on. When was Hamlet written? No, it was before Hamlet. by the probably by like a couple hundred years. It was like a saga. But yeah, no, I had I read that and like and like a scholar notation of it because it brought up like and a roundabout like it the scholar brought up some inaccuracies about it as a story because like the Sami didn't have princesses at the time. They especially don't now, and or anything like that. I love Beowulf. Oh, that reminds me. In like Draft RPG, I think that was the thing I saw about Beowulf. Beowulf. No, it's in DM's Guild. Nothing. I saw it. I saw it. And there it was, and I saw. And then I saw Death. He rode on a horse. I know him. I've seen it. It was right. Fuck it. It was right there. It was right there, right? And it like it was very clear that it was very fucking biased and painted the Sami as like this sort of mysterious antagonistic force, and it's like, well, that's not how that works, but still, it's interesting, and I need to read more about different fucking bits of folklore and shit, mythology and stuff like that. It's good knowledge to have. But like, you know, I had to. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you know, like I said, I mostly come across things because I'm doing research for something else, and I find out that I kind of need it. One of my least favorite things about writing papers for college, and this is from somebody that loves writing papers, by the way, is that like uh a lot of times you have to have a point, and sometimes I just want to write about a thing that I think is cool and just go, isn't that neat? Wouldn't this be fucked up? I'm Rod Sterling. Yeah, sometimes I want to ramble to no end on a piece of paper about a thing I enjoy. You know, sort of like how I do on stream, but in voice form. You know, where I just fucking ramble. Also, I still hate the fact that my most credible source for, like, Native American, like, different Native American beliefs on bears is something from the 1920s. It's over 100 years old. Are you telling me that nobody like went to talk to people, or is it that like there was? I mean, there was a continued and extensive attempt to like erase people's culture and history and language and just erase them. So honestly, I guess that makes sense. But still, it's unfortunate that the most reliable source And the source that everybody points to, like in other papers about it, is from over 100 years ago. And like, yeah, it is credible. That is the thing, right? It is credible and good. I've checked. It's so fucking old. And the thing that I got pointed to as like the best source for like for that Bohr paper is something from like the 80s. And it's like translated from Russian to English. Thank you, Smithsonian Museum. Thank you, the Smithsonian, for having it on your website. I really appreciate that, like, for free and accessible. I have access to Z Library, which means that I can get a lot of books for free now, but, you know, it's unfortunate that a lot of stuff is behind a paywall when I'm a fucking poor college student and I need to pay for, like, basically buy a new phone every time I want to take a single class. And that's not including textbook costs, which sometimes those do cost. Sometimes they cost like $150, $200. I think I had, there was one that I needed but never used because turns out I didn't really need it. That was like $200, and I was like, no, there is no way I'm paying for that. College is so fucking expensive. It's worth it. I find it worth it. Right? Like, it's not gonna get you a guaranteed career, but that's not why you should be going to college. You should be going because you want to learn. And the problem is that wanting to learn is still fucking expensive. And that's why I'm gonna be getting a part-time job at my local library eventually. Because, not even eventually, like this year. Because, like, I need money to pay for college. And I don't want to keep being like, hey, can somebody else pay this for me? I was like, there is truth to the fact that like having no money is incredibly stressful. Like there is a level of peace and security that comes with being able to fully like afford what you need. With like a little bit extra, you can squirrel away to like get what you want. And yeah, I'd like that feeling again. I haven't had that feeling in a while. I think that's gonna go a long way into helping with my fucking mental health. Is being able to be like, yes, I am relatively secure in my position in this world. I can survive. I can help take care of my family. I can support the endeavors that I want to pursue. I can support like local business and shit. Oh, and also help support my friends, of course. That's another thing I forgot. Because like, dude, having money to be able to pay my friend to do editing, so he doesn't have to fucking work at. Dude, I would fucking love to be able to like support Potato Jeremy. Are you kidding me? Like that. and be able to go like, hey, Clockwork Sniffy, you know that stuff that we've been doing, together. Bam, here's money for it, so you have something. Right, that would also be cool. And being able to go to another friend that I have and go, bam, see this thing that you've been wanting? Bam, it's yours. You see this video game that's been on your wish list for like over a year? Bam. That'd be fucking sick. You know how cool that would be? You know how good that would make me feel? And that sounds like fucking basic, right? Like, but man, that would be fucking sweet. Being able to put some money towards like local volunteer efforts to like, you know, help people, that would also be good. That's a thing that I've really been wanting to do. Because right now, all I can offer is my labor. Did you know there's a volunteer thing near me that's like clown classes for kids? Did you know that? I learned that recently. I'd like to support that because that's fucking awesome. I would like to see kids get into clown college. Like, yeah, I know, haha, funny, you know, the on brand. You know, it'd be fucking cool. It helps support the local food banks would also be cool in case I ever need it, and I could go, hey, I help you. No, I need help, and then that's cool. But hopefully, I'll never need help, and I'll just like keep putting money into them and be like, here, feed the needy. I erased a little bit too much. It knows a little bit more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it. And then he perfected it so that no man would pass him in the Ring of Honor. There's only so much I can really control, right? In the world, but I would like to be able to control as much as I can and make things better. That'd be fucking cool. I would really like that. Did I miss one of those? No, I didn't, I don't think. There we go, splendid. I didn't mean to erase, I meant to... But now I'm adding more, because I can never have enough. You know, sometimes I just don't know what enough means. You know, I'm like, have I done enough? And then I go, no, I can do a little bit more. Hey, there we go. Alright, so I know that I am probably not gonna finish this, today. So I'm gonna finish the line art and then I'm gonna call it. But before I do, and I truly apologize, I will BRB. Let me get the text up on YouTube as well. Oh, BRB. Sit back, relax, enjoy the music, maybe get up, get a snack, get a drink, stretch your legs. I will be back shortly. Alrighty, I have returned. Let me get rid of the BRB text. They are both gone. There we go. Splendid. All right. My hand is very slightly damp because I guess I just didn't dry them quite properly. So let me fix that real quick. Actually, yeah, there we go. All right. This line is interesting because I think that it'll show that like this line opens up as the mouth closes and what have you. I wonder what fun stuff I could do with the mysterious rock in the adventure. Fun fact, oysters and clams are incredibly important for a lot of people. It seems like their populations have declined massively because of pollution, AI data centers, over farming and hunting, and just all sorts of things. And you know, it's a problem that people are trying to solve, but hasn't really been fixed yet. Just like a lot of problems, it just hasn't been fixed yet. There we go. Ah, beautimus. Ain't that beautiful, Gordon? Hmm. Well, I don't want to exactly cut it there. Like, the line art's done, right? But, like, it would be a bit of a bummer. Alright. Literally darker than... dark? Oh, no! I actually want to have... What if I did a darker, like, purple? but not quite as dark as the other liner. You know, something like this maybe. Almost nearly dark, but not quite. How about 32? 48? 48. That's the wrong layer, but that's the right thing. I wonder what kind of bullshit I could do with the mysterious rock. Let's see. I could have it just be a mysterious rock. That's kind of boring, but could lead into some other cool stuff later. I could have there be some, like, weird frequency shit, because fun fact about the setting, there's, like, some stuff with, like, interplanar stuff, like, you know, the planes being on different frequencies, and, like, vibrations, and so, like, the dwarves are big on bells because they're trying to keep out the Feywild and the Shadowfell and things like that. And so maybe the mysterious rock could have a specific frequency that could take people somewhere if they hit it the right way or hit it with the right thing. That could be cool. But then I'd have to, like, go into, like, I'd have to go more in-depth with different, realities. Right, instead of, like, just the plane material, and then... By the way, that's what I like to call the material plane, because a friend, got me onto calling it that, and the plane material. It is pretty cool. I don't think this material is very plain. I'm gonna be honest. And, like, I don't know, if it would lead to any, like, other reality, it would probably be the Feywild, just because that fits. And then, like, the next adventure I could, or like a higher tier adventure that could act as, like, again, either a standalone or, if you wanted, a continuation of Goblins of the Moor, could be, like, trying to get out of the Feywild. Like, I don't know, that seems pretty cool to me. Alright, it's sort of formulating in my mind. And, like, that's not the only way it's gonna, but that's a thing you could do. Because, like, there is a chance that they just never come across the mysterious rock. Right? There's a very good chance that they never come across it. Or never do what needs to happen with it. But I want it to be there. I want it to be an option. Maybe. Or maybe somebody wants the mysterious rock. But, like, they can't really get it because it keeps teleporting places. Like, I don't know, that'd be a cool idea. This isn't exactly the world building stream, but, like, that's sort of an interesting idea. Because what if people can't really get it? You know, because they can't fucking reach it. Maybe it has a mind of its own somewhat, and, like, the players are the right, you know, not the players, like, the player characters are, like, the right people for the job. Like, whatever that means. That's way too yellow. I need you to be stark white. That sounds fucking racist. I take that back. Even though it's about, like, literally I need this eye to be actually, like, the color pure white. It still felt wrong to say, and I apologize. Baby. It is just a look into my twisted mind. That maybe the Rock doesn't want people to get close to it that are going to abuse its power, and it needs, I don't know, maybe the Rock needs help or some shit. Like, that'd be fun. The Rock needs help. It's connected to, like, the Feywild, and there's something there that it needs to solve. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. It's like a connected adventure. Connected adventure. There we go. That's the spice. And it would be so cool to have a program that does proper, like, vector drawing, stuff that's not Adobe. Emphasis on it's not Adobe. If somebody recommends Adobe Illustrator to me, I'm going to, show them why, that's a bad idea. You know, I wanted to do the line art and then cut it here, but then I just sort of got distracted doing the color. I think I just really like drawing. Thank you, 3 p.m. alarm. Maybe the mysterious rock is a fae of some kind. That'd be cool. Bap 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 bap. Shoo-ba-dee doo ba 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 shoo-ba shoo-ba-dee doo shoo-ba-dee doo 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 up. I think in Faden in general, like the area around where people are fucking fighting, like, even, not the immediate area around, but like even the area a bit around it is much less populated now, I think. Like, they're probably, I do want to expand the map a little bit of Goblins of the Moor. Maybe I can have, like, towns that just, and villages that just didn't make it, or like, you know, a town that was recently ransacked and burned. That could be fun. I need to get the core down first before I expand on it. That's sort of the problem that I'm facing. Ugh. It's not even a problem. I'm not even facing a problem. Well, it's a problem in terms of like a puzzle to solve is a problem. Like a math problem is a problem. It's not an issue. Right? It's not a problem in the sense of it being an issue. Is it's it's something I do need to do. Da da do bop shoo body do bop shoo body do bop shoo body do bop. Yeah, having a direct sequel adventure that I already immediately have an idea for could be cool. Not all of these adventures are going to be in Faden, by the way. Some of them are just gonna literally be standalone or like not be a part of any, not be a part of any setting or be a part of a different setting that I have in mind, right? It's just that this one that I'm writing is in Faden. And it'll allow me to expand some stuff about the goblins and the orcs, I guess. A little bit. Definitely the Fae a lot. I'll have to figure out what the fucking deal with the hags are. There will be hags. Hmm. Yeah, that's sort of the benefit of many different monster roll tables is hey, there's a thing here. And then I get to on top of that, here's the important part. On top of that, add pre-written stuff. That's the important part. That's the very important part that sometimes people forget when they try and do a hex crawl like exploration game is you need to have an actual game on top of it. You need to have some events that are pre-written and that the players can come across and it like you have to you have to decide that in this location is a thing, and if the party goes there, there's an actual thing for them to go to. This is a mistake that I've made in my thinking in the past. It is the variety that makes it. It's the dose that makes the poison. If it's at the right dose, it's just what the doctor ordered. But if it's wrong, it can ruin your game. It's very important. Alrighty, there we go. This is obviously not done. I'll need to go back and do some of the shading. Alright, like how I did shading for this and that. I also kind of need to do shading for that, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I tried to do that. And so I'll go back and try and fix that. That being said, I'm gonna go to just chatting now. And I am going to do my ending read. I've been Bajongles. You can find me over on Twitch at Bajongles1. I would much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on Blue Sky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. You can also join the Discord. On YouTube, it's down in the description. And by the way, speaking of YouTube, if you're on YouTube here at Bajongles On Demand, I would much appreciate a like and subscribe. It would really help. And so with that, I will be back on, yeah, Sunday. We'll be finishing up Toy Story 3. Like, regardless of how far we get, that will be the end of it. I want to get back to Blasphemous. On Monday, I'll be on the Discord server doing multiplayer Monday. And then on Tuesday, we'll be continuing work on some One Piece fan art. We made some great progress on color last time, and I suspect that we'll be doing similarly good progress this time. And so with that, it has been a wonderful time talking to you. I will catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye!